Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Virgo. Let's see what comes in, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Yeah, we got someone being a little apprehensive here. Yeah, someone's cup is overflowing, but they're kind of a little shy here. This could be yourself here. Maybe you have an opportunity coming in from someone. It has a masculine image. It doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's a person suffering in silence here, though. Not saying anything. Yeah, we got the King and Queen of Pentacles. See, that cup runneth over. It's an opportunity. You know, I feel like this is another person. It feels like another person to me. Do you want to do something? Do you want to get together? See, it's an opportunity. What does Virgo need to know? Yeah, there's been some hurt feelings here. What does Virgo need to know? Yeah, a third party. Could be just a little jealousy. Someone feeling a little jealous. Yeah, there's another person. Someone in the social circle, possibly. Someone who knows someone. But it's about an opportunity for the King and Queen of Pentacles here. Who is this Page of Cups? Yeah, someone who hasn't followed through yet. Apprehensive. Be someone making up excuses. So this is why I feel there's another opportunity. Someone's feeling a little jealous. See, there's another person. Yeah, there's the cup confirmation. Who's this King of Pentacles? Somebody feeling left out in the cold, lonely, lack. Yeah. So this is an energy of lack. Somebody who doesn't follow through, thinking negative thoughts, self-fulfilling prophecy. Because someone else has another opportunity. So there's a little jealousy or some hurt feelings here. Yeah. This is an energy of someone moving on, waiting for things to calm down. But this is also someone of ghosting someone and avoiding them. Yeah, someone is ghosting somebody and avoiding someone here. But why? Because this is someone who knows there's another opportunity coming in. That's why. Yeah, yeah. Look at that confirmation again. Yeah, it could be someone involved in a third party. Somebody here avoiding someone. See, ghosting them because they've moved on. This is someone not telling someone they've moved on. It's just somebody who ghosts someone and avoids them. So someone's being avoided here. And like I say, I don't know what's going on between the King and Queen of Pentacles, but you're manifesting each other here. Yeah, I do see someone with a comfortable home, a solid foundation, someone who has everything they need, but love. But look at that. We have, this is somebody letting people know they're open. See, this is someone receiving the cup. The other person, it's because somebody didn't follow through. But this is another person here. This is, I feel, another person, unless this is someone who was apprehensive. They were offered the cup, avoided it, see it, and moving on. Someone distancing themselves. See, to me, it's avoidance. Yeah. Because it's someone who doesn't know what to say. But this is someone receiving a cup. Because there's a reason to celebrate here. It's an offer, an invitation to someone's home. So it's a person making choices. Yeah, someone here is definitely, there's some jealousy here. Or someone is involved with a third party. I'm seeing jealousy more than anything at this point. Yeah, this is someone who only waits for so long. Yeah, so somebody getting out there. See, the ship has sailed. It's too late. This is someone letting people know they're open, getting out there. See, there's socializing. There's opportunities coming in. Maybe even multiple. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Why is this here? Yeah. Saying to trust your inner knowing. You already know the answers you're seeking. Yeah. So I feel like this is the person that's being avoided, ghosting. So this is somebody I feel who's aware of the situation. So they're just waiting for things to calm down. So it is about the opportunity of two people coming together. Someone here has waited. See, the ship has sailed. They've waited long enough. Now they're open. And I do see offers, invitations. There's good news here. People getting together. Tell me about that. I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking, but someone's keeping something to themselves right now. I do feel like someone's suffering in silence, though. But why are they suffering in silence and not saying anything? Yeah, something bothering this person, weighing heavily on them. Somebody who doesn't follow through, though. I feel like you got someone here who wasn't reliable. Let's see. Tell me more about this King of Pentacles. What is this person going to do? What are they going to do? Yeah, they're going to make a decision, a judgment, out with the old, in with the new. So it could be this masculine who's got someone who's not following through, or they're not reliable, or someone who makes up excuses, because there's that opportunity and confirmation. Yeah, so this is just this person making a decision. So you're releasing it. Out with the old, in with the new, because it has to do with someone avoiding someone because they've had a reconciliation. So someone's reconciled with someone. So this is someone moving on, waiting for things to calm down. Interesting. Yeah, we got two people going to have a conversation here. See, this is someone making a choice. Out with the old. But I do see it's somebody here who, whoever it was that reached out and didn't follow through, that person's had a reconciliation. This person knows, they're aware, because it could be someone in their social circle. There's been a reconciliation. So it's really just avoiding a disaster too. This is someone waiting for things to calm down. They want to have a conversation. See, during this waiting, some of you are waiting for this person, but I feel they've reconciled with someone. Yeah. Let's have a look at the waiting. Yeah, see, this is someone feeling like giving up. See, when you're just about ready to give up, here comes this person, but they are the one avoiding someone. They're avoiding the disaster. See, it's very negative. Someone low vibrational. But the interesting thing is, whoever this was is actually reconciling with someone. Somebody with a lot of baggage. But, I mean, the Ten of Wands is usually when the baggage is being released. So that's why I feel out with the old, in with the new. They're moving on from that person. Yeah, this is a whole new chapter. This is an energy of someone here going to go with the flow. See, there's change. Someone's changed. I see somebody even moving and relocating too. So that's an interesting energy. But it does have to do with a decision, a judgment. Somebody making sensible, practical decisions to just avoid the whole thing. Yeah, to move on. So it's not avoiding because they're avoiding the Queen of Pentacles. What they're avoiding is getting involved in this. Someone's reconciling with someone. That's why someone here hasn't followed through. They've reconciled with someone. So this person was aware of this opportunity. Interesting. Yeah. But I see moving on. I do see change, closing out a chapter, a whole new chapter. So this is someone just waiting for things to kind of calm down. Applying the lessons, applying what they know. Some knowledge. Yeah, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands too. Look at that. Yeah, letting go of all this baggage. So it's a person avoiding someone because the other person's ghosted someone. So they're aware. This person is aware of this because it is someone in that, I feel, in the social circle. Who are these people? Who are these people? See, these are the people here. And someone already knows the answers, but they're keeping this to themselves. See, a secret. Somebody knows. Somebody knows. They know. 3 of Cups. Yeah, taming the beast. Being confident, keeping it to themselves. See, not saying anything. Don't say anything. They know. They're aware. These are people keeping the secret here. They're not saying anything. Yeah, see, speaking the truth. Someone teaching someone how they want to be treated. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a masculine moving on from someone here who doesn't... It's a masculine, basically, someone who doesn't follow through. But it looks like someone's had a reconciliation. Definitely here. And I have to keep going over it to fit into things that I'm missing here. But There's definitely change, and change for the better. I see a lot of growth. Yeah, this is time to move on. Let's just go with the flow, but it's about connecting. This is somebody who's wanting to get acquainted. See, it's about getting acquainted. And it looks like it wasn't going anywhere. But it's about the two of you getting acquainted. See, this is someone learning something here. They're very wise. See, the experience. See, they've experienced this before, so very wise. I think they know this person too. I feel they know. They know the truth. Yeah, and there we have the Empress. See, someone being open to something new. So they know that you're open. So I feel this is someone who knows someone didn't follow through. If you told somebody, I don't know that they actually kept the secret though. But this is interesting too. The 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, where someone's given up and just letting it go. Yeah, see, there's been some hurt feelings. But like I say, it's someone involving someone in a third party, but it doesn't look like it went anywhere for most of you. But if you have someone who's ghosted you, ignored you, it's because they've reconciled with someone. Now you have this person's taking that opportunity because they know, they're aware, they're in the social circle. They've learned something from these people. And they're going to offer up that. They're going to fill your cup. They're going to give you an offer, an invitation. So there's a reason to celebrate. So it's interesting. I feel like you've dodged a bullet. You've literally avoided a disaster. Because I do think it's somebody who isn't always loyal and faithful. Yeah, and this person's been kind of suffering in silence, keeping it to themselves, but they know and they're aware. They have all the tools. See, gathering up the tools, talking to people, friend of a friend, somebody who they know. They have all the tools. They know everything they need to know. Yeah, they also know we have an Empress here, so beautiful. Yeah, very nice. There's desire. I mean, they're manifesting here, you know, there's desire. There's a spark, the attraction. It's almost like they know this person's not right for you, or it's not the one. Who is this person? They have someone with experience. They're wise. But they've learned this. They've gathered up the information. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Just want to make sure. Sometimes, yeah, see, it's somebody learning the hard way. See, it's someone who's learned. I already could see that. But it's two people just not on the same page. It's lifestyle habits, the way someone conducts themselves. See, they're not faithful. Someone who's not faithful. It's a big secret within the social circle. Yeah, it's someone who keeps doing it too. See, they know. They know who this person is. They keep doing it, the same thing over and over again. So it's more than once this person's done this. So if you have someone telling you this, look at it very clearly. Be very careful of someone, especially if this person decides to come back around. If they decide to make that move and come back around. Because it is the energy of out with the old, in with the new. See, this is, I feel, the feminine too. I feel like you're open to new. Like I feel you're also aware. But this person knows. I think this person really can't stop thinking about you. Because they're keeping this all to themselves. See, they're keeping it in. But they know the truth. Yeah, someone who's been crushing on you. A person who longs for love. I think they went to, I know they know this person. They went to school with them or something. They know them, or they worked with them. But they know this person's history. Yeah. Someone who's not loyal. You've dodged a bullet. You've literally dodged a bullet here. With it, I mean, without having to do anything, because this person is someone who, if you've got a person who didn't follow through, that person could be reconciling with someone. I don't think they like this person a whole lot, but they're in that social circle, or they knew this person. They went to school together. I kind of see that. But it's somebody who's not always faithful or loyal. But I also see the jealousy too. Yeah, see, this is an energy of knowing. Something just feels off. They know this is someone just not right for you. Who is this person? Could be someone at a distance. See, someone's told this person. Maybe somebody that you know, a friend who's a friend of this person, that you were open to this person. Do you want to go for a cup of coffee, but they never followed through. So if you've told someone, they told this person. So it's somebody who's not really keeping your secrets. I can feel the energy, but yet all these people, see, there's too many people involved. So I do think this is someone who wants to have a conversation, just the two of you. What goes on between you stays between you. Is it somebody here who talks? They're gossipy. Yeah, there we go. See, someone who's more your type. See, they both have King of Pentacles energy. And whenever this happens, I find it to be so confusing sometimes. And I have to lay out a lot of cards to figure out who's who. Too many people involved, but somebody who's not loyal and faithful. Yeah, but the person who's coming in here knows the truth, and they are grounded. They're planning and preparing. They're going to offer you a cup. You're going to get the cup filled. It's an invitation, an opportunity. See, they're taking the opportunity because they've learned. They've gathered up all the info, and they're applying it to this situation. They know you're stable. They know you're grounded, that you're practical. See, they've learned things, but they also know you're emotionally available, and you've made yourself available, or they just know you are. See, this is the start of something new here. This is interesting. Yeah, they're planning, preparing, they're hoping for the best. They're looking ahead. I mean, they're trying to be sensible. Yeah. See, they're waiting for this to be put behind. This is someone who, and some of you, you've given up on this, but this is someone who's not giving up. But they know that, I don't know, but it's almost like they know this person's not even your type. So they know you, and they I think they're just an acquaintance, but they know someone you know. I think someone's telling you your secrets. This is someone also teaching someone how they want to be treated too. So that's another thing. Or they've learned that, how someone treated you. Interesting. Yeah, see, they want to go down this path, the things you have in common. See, they see you have nothing in common. This person's wise, like, tell me about the King of Swords. This is someone, yeah, see, they're going to reach out. See, they know, it's all about being aware. See, being aware. And someone hasn't reciprocated, but they're going to reach out, a little test to see if you're interested. They want to go down this path. They've learned. They feel like you have things in common. But there's people here. And if you aren't aware, and it could be too where you're not even seeing what's going on. You may not be aware, but they are, because they've got that sword up. The experience, the things that they've learned. If this is quite specific, but if those of you who told somebody that someone didn't follow through, you haven't heard from them, that person is telling this other person. See, the mutual friends of friends, somebody who's literally like a friend of the family kind of energy, of their family, that kind of energy. But this is someone who's seeing the truth in the situation. See, one person's loss is another person's gain. So it's a little test. They're going to reach out, win or lose. What have they got to lose, right? Yeah, but they are very interested. And it could be where you're still interested. But see, it's an energy literally where you've lost interest anyway. But they're going to see if you're interested. Do you want to get together? Do you want to do something? They're going to offer you the cup. And it's whatever you want to do. I feel this is someone very chill. Tell me more about the Seven of Pentacles. See, there's just, they're interested, or they're becoming aware you're interested in them and you've lost interest in the other person. It all depends what you told someone. But they told this person and told them, don't say anything. Don't tell them I told you. That kind of energy. So it has to do with taming the beast, right? Just I feel it has a lot to do with just being patient for things to calm down, or just to put a little distance between two. But I wouldn't be surprised if you get an unexpected visitor too. So saying to plan and prepare, you may get an unexpected visitor. But it's all about partnering up. See, two people, you have more in common with this person. They know you don't have anything in common. And I don't know if you're even aware of someone who knows someone either, but I do feel it has to do with being acquainted. And it wasn't going anywhere anyway. Yeah, this person's an emperor. They know. They're making this happen. I don't know. Hoping I don't see them doing anything bad. I just feel like you got a person who's not reliable. They haven't laid the foundation. They started it, but it's not going anywhere. So this person's, it's confirmation. They're going to offer you the cup. And their cup runneth over, this emperor. Yeah, see, that's that breakthrough energy again, too. See, someone breaking free. See, they can see this isn't going anywhere. It's not going the distance. This is someone who's playing the field, maybe even dating multiple people. So if you weren't aware that this is someone who was dating other people, or like I say, even that reconciliations, that being this person aware that this is someone who's reconciled with someone, another reason why they may not have followed through. But yeah, this is over. A painful period in someone's life's over. See, it's finished here. Someone feeling stabbed in the back. So it has to do with someone who's not loyal. I don't know. I don't think they like this person, to be honest. I feel that there's advice. It's about avoiding this person. So I don't know if they're just going to come in and tell you this. But what I feel is going to happen is one thing's going to lead to another. They're going to invite you over. You're about to get your cup filled, whether you want it or not. It's an emperor. Whoever they are is an emperor. Yeah. But yeah, that's like I feel this is really interesting. But I'm going to be honest. This is someone who probably told someone not to say anything. Or if you told someone not to say anything, they did. So I do see that energy of someone stabbing someone in the back. See, but somebody here has your back. See, it's interesting. It's showing really interesting energy. Somebody here has your back. They have your best interest at heart. Someone who's there when you need them. See, they're learning all these lovely things about the Queen of Pentacles. They're learning all these lovely things. Now, you can flip the energy from the masculine to the feminine. If you are a masculine Virgo, this is about reconciliation. See someone moving on. Someone's ghosting someone, not reciprocating because they've reconciled. So it's time to move on. But it's just a person. It's all about advice. Someone telling someone to avoid someone. Yeah, you got a person who's not keeping a secret, but I don't feel like it's like they have your best interest at heart here. But this person knows it all. Yeah, they see the truth in this situation big time. Yeah. See, they're going to swoop in and take control. See, the other person's loss is another person's gain, you know? Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised too, some of you actually took your power back from this a person here. I wouldn't be surprised, but I really feel it's more like this masculine just taking control of the situation. They're confident, they have self-control. See, the other person lacks in every way. This person knows it. So I really like the energy. I mean, I don't know if you guys will, but from what I'm seeing with this person who isn't faithful or loyal, someone who was a friend, they went to school with them, stabbed them in the back, maybe even connected with someone that they know. I don't know, but it's like this social circle here. But I do see someone keeping their circle fairly small too, which is another interesting energy. But like I say, it could be just like I'm saying, it's like a smaller community or something for some of you. Yeah, people have their groups. Tell me more about the Chariot. Yes, this person wants to build. See, putting in effort. I do think someone here is going to come towards you. See, they could have worked with this person too. See, a lot of gossip, talk, people who are involving with other people. But they want to build. This person's gone within. Yeah, they want to build. They want to build with you. They want to get something going. I think they're an acquaintance of yours. You're acquainted. Or an acquaintance of a friend energy. Yeah, I don't know. There's so much happening. Tell me about the Empress and we'll wrap this up. Yeah, someone who comes in right. It's a person who, a lot of harmony, being very fair. Yeah, see, this is where I feel it's an energy of trusting your own inner knowing. This is somebody who's probably just not right for you. I feel like you've dodged a bullet. I wonder if it's someone who had a long distance situation with someone and they made a reconciliation and maybe even moving and relocating. But if you have moved and relocated, this person could be looking for you. Yeah. I usually need to see the Ten of Cups for that, though. One more on the Emperor. Oh, the Empress come out. Yeah. So this is an energy of somebody who keeps themselves balanced. See, there's harmony. There's harmony between the Emperor and the Empress energy here. Someone who's just right. See, this is a person who very much knows this person's just not right for you. So I feel that you're acquainted or you've had a connection with this person. Some of you felt that you made a connection with this other person too, but like I feel like you can see, you don't really see a future. I feel like you've already lost interest in them, to be honest. This person may not know that, though. Be aware that you've actually lost interest. Whatever's happening, it's going to work out in your favor, regardless. This is an interesting read, so a little bit of a soap opera here. That's what it really feels like, too. But these are, you and this person are very much in alignment, and they come in right, too. They're fair. They look at things in a couple different ways. But it could be where maybe you were acquainted with this person or had a connection and they come across as a little cold and didn't reciprocate. It's possible they felt that maybe you weren't their type, but they've learned a lot here too. So I don't know, but I feel like this person's telling you all this. Yeah, they see the bigger picture. Yeah. Putting themselves out there. They're going to put all the cards on the table. You're going to have a conversation. It's going to be a face-to-face, one-on-one conversation. Nobody else involved. Yeah, the Emperor. There it is. They know what they want. They're the person going to make this happen because they've got the information. They have all the tools, the information. They feel prepared. So it's telling you to prepare because it could be where it comes in. They could show up at your house if they have been sharing info or talking to someone about where you live. If you've moved or relocated. Interesting. Crazy energy. Take care. Bye for now.